bunch of screwed up chicks. It's called Redemption Song, and it's a new great series that follows 11 wannabes but troubled divas as they compete for a last chance at musical stardom. The winner gets to live while the others die.
What?
I kid. The prize is actually a major record deal and Valtrex for life. It premieres Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern on Fuse. Joining us is the host, Chris Jericho. He's as gorgeous as I am ghoulish. It's true. Now, Chris, how did you get involved in this show?
First of all, I like the idea of just killing the losers, throwing them in a big trash compactor, and then the kind of like the shredded meat comes out the bottom.
It'd be nothing but hair extensions and Paxil coming out. Yeah.
And acrylic.
I guess, I don't know how I was involved in this show. I guess the Screech from Saved by the Bell and Bronson Pinchot show weren't available, so I was the next on the list. I think it's because I have a little bit of, I've been in show business for 18 years. I have the credibility from performing in the WWE. I have a band. I understand what it's like to follow your dreams and to go at all costs for what you want. So I guess a big blender of all this stuff. Chris Jericho, and here I am.
You know what I love? Okay, the names of the women: Angelica Rose, Cadedra, which does sound like a medicine,
hey,
a cold medicine.
Middle name.
Really?
Is it?
No.
Totally fell for that.
How did you do that? Jasmine, Mixie with an I, Nia, and now, are they singers or are they strippers?
Well,
some of them were strippers.
This is the thing; they're kind of both, and that's the difference to this show. Is that you got drug addicts, you got alcoholics, you got strippers, you got escort service girls, fighting and scratching and clawing and biting, but they can all really sing. Yeah, and that's the secret to the show. Is this is not a train wreck. When they start singing, they actually can really sing. So they're all just insane, but they all have talent. So this is kind of their second chance or their last chance to redeem themselves and to make it. Not only as superstars.
Can you imagine if you were like years ago, if you were doing drugs with this woman and she starts singing, you just say, "Shut up!"
No, you think it was a plant. Oh my God, the plant is singing.
You know, it's weird. They all come from small towns, yet they have demons. Does that say something about small towns?
There's a huge small town crack addiction going on here. They're building meth in the bathtubs and all these places. But that's like I said, that's the secret of the show. Is there really is a heart to it. Because the bottom line is you laugh at first, and the girls either make it out, they're drinking, they're puking, and all this stuff. But there really is a chance for them to become something more than what they are. And to stop screwing up everything that they do. And that's really the heart.
I like how every one of my insulting questions, you turn it into a positive thing.
I should be running for president. I have the real politician. See, I know you though, man. I was funny. I was backstage and you said Led Zeppelin without David Lee Roth, and I was like, it's Robert Plant. It's not David Lee Roth. Like, that's what he likes to do, to get people like me to get all excited.
And I like it. I especially like it when people like you write into me and tell me, and I tell you you're still wrong.
Worst idea ever. It's Robert Plant, not David Lee Roth. You idiot, Greg.
Do you normally talk when you type?
Like this, yes.
Now, how many of these girls have hit on you when you're on the show? Every one of them?
Well, see, here was the secret to it. That they only saw me whenever I was giving them challenges or when I was eliminating them or when I was yelling at them. So they actually get kind of scared of me.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So whenever I'd walk in the room, it was like the angel of death walking in the room because they're all like one time are arguing, I hate you, you're this, blah, blah, blah. And I walk in, they're like, oh my God, it's Chris. And I'm standing like this with my axe of So I didn't really get to see a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, and they never really did hit on me. But there would always be an open opportunity because I'm always into, drunken, drugged out strippers hitting on me.
Speaking of which,
what are you doing later?
That's my type.
Are you married?
Yes.
So how does your wife handle this show?
She was actually pretty cool with it. You know, because at first she knows that none of the girls are really my type because they're all crazy type chicks, you know.
They're all drug addicts, slut bags.
I went through that phase in my early 20s.
And what part of that is not your type?
But she was cool with it, though.
You know what's kind of depressing is, okay, these girls want to be stars, but isn't the whole process of wanting to be a star what got them into trouble in the first place? Hollywood turns, these girls come there, they end up getting involved in a lifestyle that turns into drugs and whatever else.
See, I think a lot of these girls were just party girls. Like a couple of them had chances in the past. One of them had a record deal and lost it. One of them was like a Mary-Kate Olsen acting girl. But a lot of them were just barflies. They're bartenders, they're strippers, like you said. They just have this talent and had no way to channel it and no way to really build upon that. So this is a way to take them out of the bar, off the streets, and put them into an environment with 10 other girls that are exactly the same and just watch them claw at each other and pull each other's extensions out.
Did any
top entertainment.
Did any of them throw up on you at any time?
They did, but they did throw up on each other. I saw a couple nice little puddles of vomit throughout, which is always nice.
Now, is there more drug use among this group than wrestling?
I would think so at this point in time. We're so strictly tested now. If you have a cold, you can't take NyQuil because you'll get busted.
Oh my God!
You're
taking all the fun out of it.
I know. I wouldn't be able to do this show.
No, not at all.
Oh man, I'm so high right now. You wouldn't believe it. I'm joking, Mother.
He's so full of Dime Tap, his urine's purple.
All right. So I just want one last question. You're such a natural, funny person. Why aren't you a movie star? Have you pursued this?
Well, I mean, it's something like, I wrestled for 15 years, and I took some time away to do stuff with my band. I wrote a best-selling, New York Times best-selling novel, which makes me a genius.
Yes, I read the book.
It's something that I've kind of, not really. I didn't literally read it.
I kind of looked at it before you came on the show.
Yeah, I glanced through it and threw it in the corner with the other piles of stuff. But actually, it's something I thought about, and this show is one way to kind of show a little bit of a different personality outside of the wrestling box. So I'm excited
Well, Jesse Ventura can do it.
If he can do it,
I
mean, come on.
I see you in Predator 12.
Perfect.
Yes. All right, we got to move on. Thank you, Chris. Always a pleasure. Please come back. The series premiere of Redemption Song is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern on Fuse. Still to come in the next 30 minutes, the halftime report from